If we believe that we offer fabulous education in our independent and public schools here in Vermont, let's put our money where our mouth is and encourage our towns and our residents to support them.
That way, but for example, would a parent in, I'll use the example of Heartland because I know it in their choice school, and our parents there are going to say, Kimball Union has programs that cannot be found within a reasonable distance around, and therefore you're going to disadvantage my child by doing this, by not allowing them to get the program they need.
They have great opportunities for public schools in Vermont. They have Hartford, they have Hanover, which is an existing district.
Hartford.
They have
Just another question.
Because in my district, there's a sending town and a non-sending town. And so when a parent can be in Tunbridge and send their child to KUA, and their sister wants to send their child to KUA but lives in South Royalton, one family has to pay tens of thousands of dollars a year, and transportation and all these other things. And the sister family in the other town can. There isn't a standard between all communities on what we're getting for that dollar and what opportunities families and children have.
You were, to Coop's point about, are we bifurcating our school system so that wealthy Tunbridge kids get to go to Kimball Union?
Or poor Tunbridge kids get to go.
In that
Even.
scenario, yeah.
Yeah. So is there a
Yeah.
bifurcation in the sense that rich can and poor can't,
Yeah.
or can everybody?
well,
Everybody can.
and it's
Yes.
Obviously, there's some reason why people are sending their kids out of state. So if we enacted this bill tomorrow, $11 million would come back to the state, right? Or something.
would be spent in state.
Would be spent in state. So would this bill mean that they could not send their kids, or they had to pay for it if they did?
Well, they're welcome to pay for it. I mean, you all know we did that. I mean, that's why I've been called a hypocrite with this because, but I live in a town with a great high school. I just happen to have a family tradition of kids going to a boarding school, sadly.
Why were you called a hypocrite?
Bill is part of the same school choice conversation that we probably need to have. Because while there are folks from our area who may be like your family choice, or who might make the family choice to send them to Northfield, Mount Herman, for example, which is close down our way. But more commonly in my two towns that have a high school, what will happen is, along the lines of the example that you said, Mr. Chair, I've known a number of cases where one of the parents rents a house in Londonderry or Windhall or something like that to go to Burr and Burton. And some families are actually paying the full boat tuition and staying in town to go to Burr and Burton.
I think that there are some tuitioning towns that are not fond of it because one of the attractions for living in their town is their kids can go wherever they want.